Okay, guys, so you can, I sent you the link for this test in your chat box. So go to the chat box and click the link so as to be able to do this test. It should take about 2 minutes, so you can, and then you can come back again. Okay, so this is the test. I'm waiting for your response. Okay, so you have 5 minutes to do the test. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. Did you find it in the chat box, guys?
Yes.
Okay, great. Do it quickly and don't think too much so as to finish because it's just a diagnostic test. I want to know how much do you know about the methods of of learning English and acquisition. No responses up till now, so I can just refresh my page. Have you finished, guys?
No, not yet, Mr. Walid.
Yeah, okay. Miss Manar, Miss Mariam, are you doing the test? Mr. Sameh, can you unmute yourself, guys?
Yes, I do it.
Okay, great, great. Mr. Sameh, sorry, not Mr. Sameh. This is Samah. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And Zainab, Miss Zainab. Yeah, that's great. I'm just to make sure that all of you are doing the test. Mhm. Okay, no worries. Yeah, I know that this is the first time for most of you to see these methods, but I just want you to, yeah, you can answer it. Answer the test. No worries how many answers um are correct or incorrect.
Okay.
Okay, great. I have the first response.
Mr. Walid, I have a question.
Yes, sure. Go ahead.
Uh, Regarding the first one, I think it's the genre approach.
Yeah, let me check the question. Students analyze the structure and language features. You mean that?
Mm, yes.
A formal email. So they are just analyze the structure. It is not general. The teacher, okay, then the teacher modeled the text, writes one jointly with the class, then ask the students to write independently. So this method is
I think we have here the genre, like the formal email or
yes, the genre. Yeah, okay, but it is not. We don't have the genre here, but it can be the text based.
mm,
Why
okay.
not? Why not text based?
Because in text we teach
Yeah,
language through a
the
text.
text. Yeah, through
But here I'm teaching them how to write an email, so I'm focusing on a specific genre.
Yeah, and also when you're teaching your students how to write something, you're using the text-based, the text-based instruction. Also, just to highlight the structure of the genre itself and ask them which part is the introduction, how many parts are there in the text, okay,
Okay.
and so on. So you'll not find the something which is called genre um, method. So this is about the genre, about the methods, not about the theories. Okay.
Mm, okay.
Okay, great. So let's go back to the lesson, not to waste the time. So today we have methods of teaching and learning. So now you saw so many methods. Can you tell me 5 or 4 methods? Okay, just want to turn on my camera. Hmm. Hmm. How many methods do you know?
Like the text-based method, like
Text,
this.
yeah, okay, and what else? Mhm.
Task-based.
Task-based, yes, great,
Okay.
good
Uh,
job. Yeah.
Thank you.
Mhm.
The situational
Situational? No, situational. It's an
approach.
approach. Yeah, it's approach, not a method. Okay, great. So the first method we have today is grammar translation method. Grammar translation method. GTM. So this method is a classical method for Latin and Greek. So people used this method in the past just to teach the students Latin and Greek. And the focus was on reading, grammar, and intellectual development, and the minimal attention to speaking or communication. This is an over.
Mr. Walid, we can't see the PowerPoint presentation.
Really?
Yeah,
Thank you, Ala. If it
most
happens
welcome.
again, you just tell me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll share the entire screen to avoid this problem. Mhm. Now you can see, right?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Ala, for your for helping me. So the first thing or the first method we have is grammar translation method. People used this method before, as I said, to teach Latin and Greek. So it's the first method we're going to identify today. And the focus in this method was on reading, writing, and intellectual development, and minimal attention to speaking or communication. And this method as most of the methods has some important principles. And to know the principles and the key features of this method, you have to read this scenario. So I want you just to read the scenario below and indicate whether each of the following principles is true or false, which is, or in other words, which of these principles, these are the principles of the method. I want you just to read this scenario. It's a lesson which happened inside the classroom, and the teacher in this scenario used the grammar translation method. Okay, so I just want you to read this scenario and identify which one of these which one of these is correct and which one is not correct. Okay, so you have only 2 minutes from now just to read. So go ahead. Guys, do you want more time? Guys, if you please turn on your mic. Welcome, Tahnia. Okay, guys, so this is the scenario in a high intermediate English class in Colombia. The teacher gives students a literary passage by Mark Twain. Students read the text silently. So first the teacher gave them the passage, and then the students read the text silently. I'll do it in this scenario only, and you will do the same in the other scenarios. Then the students translate each sentence into Spanish, okay, while the teacher provided the correct meaning of new words. Okay, and vocabulary is written on the board. So it's a very traditional class on the board with direct Spanish equivalents, and the students are told to memorize them. The teacher explains a grammar rule. So he explained the grammatical rule directly to the students. It means that he wrote the grammatical rule on the board and asked the students just to understand and memorize the grammatical rule. Write the rule on the board, as I said, and gives gives examples, and then students complete written exercises by filling in blanks and classifying verbs. Okay, and the grammatical rule was separable and inseparable phrasal verbs. The teacher corrects errors immediately. Okay, so when a student made a mistake, he corrected the mistake directly, okay, by giving the correct answers. The teacher provides correct answers and explanations, acting as the main authority. So no one in the class can do anything without his permission, and no one is not allowed to talk or to participate with the other students. The students finish the lesson by answering written comprehension questions. So the teacher gave the students a reading passage and asked them just to answer the questions, and are assigned homework to translate the full text and study grammar rules. And there is no pair work or speaking activity. So it's a traditional classroom. So which of these principles are um, is correct or incorrect? Number one, yes,
Correct.
language learning is for reading and appreciating literature.
Correct.
False.
False or correct?
False.
Okay, let's see. And
According to this approach.
according to this approach or according to the scenario, language
According
learning.
to the scenario, like this is GTM, and
Yeah,
according to GTM, this approach is wrong. This sentence is wrong. This approach does not allow this.
yeah, I don't agree with you. Actually, not me, but Cambridge. Cambridge doesn't agree with you. Language learning here is for reading and appreciating literature because first the students were given a literary passage, okay, and they had to read the passage, okay. Number two, success is measured by accurate translation between languages.
Correct.
Okay, do you have different answers, guys?
No, it's correct.
Yeah, okay. Communicative ability in the target language is not essential.
Correct.
Why correct?
Because there is no speaking here, like there is no kind of communication, pair work or group work. So
Thank
No
you.
speaking activities there.
Yeah, so in the grammar translation method or in the GTM or the traditional method, there is no pair work or speaking activities. Okay, and here number four, emphasis
correct.
emphasis is on reading and writing over speaking and listening.
Correct.
Correct.
Yeah. The teacher is the authority and correctness is prioritized.
Correct.
Yeah. Do
Yes.
you all agree that it's correct, guys?
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay. And then number six here, every word has a native language equivalent.
Correct.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so in this method, they have to translate everything. Okay. Learning isn't aided by similarities between first and second language.
I think it's false.
Yes,
False.
incorrect.
Yes, it's false. It's a false because learning is aided by similarities between first language and second language because they always translated the new words directly without using pictures or realia, anything. The teacher can write the words in the board and then the students translate or use their dictionaries. And here, understanding grammar rules is not essential.
False.
I think it's
Yes.
false.
Yeah, it's false because the teacher directly wrote the grammatical rule on the board and then he explained it. Deductive grammar teaching is effective. Do you know what the meaning of deductive? Deductive, it means if you have a grammatical rule and you want to explain it to your students, you have to write the rule on the board, okay? And then ask the students about the elements of the rule. For example, if we have the present simple the present simple, you can write he, she, it, verb plus s or es, I, we, they, and you, the verb only. So here you have written the grammatical rule on the board, and we call this method is deductive. It means that to start by writing the rule on the board, and then
Yeah, it's
after
true.
writing and then after writing the rule, you have to generate or write 3, 4, or 4 examples. So this is the deductive.
True.
Yeah. Language learning is a mental discipline.
What do you mean by mental discipline here?
It means that they use their minds and so on.
False.
Yes.
Okay, maybe. Okay, so let's see the correct answer here. These are the correct answers. You can check the answers. So we have only emphasis on reading. Yeah, I forgot to just write here true. Language learning is reading, and here, okay.
Why the last one is true, Mr. Wali?
Because they just think, or the differences, or the connection between their first language and second language, and to try to join their ideas to translate the new vocabulary and understand the rule, generate examples, and so on.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'm trying to learn the first one as well. Like they are reading and appreciating literature by GTM, or they are translating in order to appreciate the literature.
Yeah, most of us learned. Most of us learned the second language using the GTM, and most of the teachers or all the teachers use the GTM because it's a very traditional one. So these are the principles and the key features of the grammar translation method. Okay, so language learning is for reading and appreciating literature. It is not for communication or for speaking. And the success is measured by accurate translation between languages, or communicative ability in the target language is not essential because they don't speak and they don't listen and so on. So these are the principles of the grammar translation method. Let's move to another point here. And here we have the 10 most important questions you have to know about any method. So this is the first question. What are the goals of teachers in a specific method? It means that what the teacher aims for students to achieve, both in learning the language and in using it effectively. Okay, so when you see this question, it means that you have to think about the teacher's aims, okay, and the objectives. And number two, what is the role of the teacher and what is the role of the student? It means the responsibilities of both, how the teacher guides, supports, or instructs, and how students participate, practice, and learn. Okay, so pay attention to these points because we're going to use the same scenario to answer these questions. Number three, what are some characteristics of the language and learning process? It means how teaching and learning actually happen. What are the methods, activities, materials, and approaches used in the classroom? And what is the nature of student teacher interaction and student interaction? It means how they communicate in the classroom. Is interaction formal, informal, supportive, collaborative, or competitive? And number five, how are the feelings of the students dealt with? It means how the method or any method or teacher addresses emotions like motivation, anxiety, confidence, or stress in learning. How is the language viewed? Okay. The language, okay, asked about the philosophy behind the teaching. Is the language seen as a set of rules, a way of communication, or a communication tool, and so on? What areas of language are emphasized, and it's very, very important, and what language skills are emphasized? It means which parts of language, like vocabulary, grammar, pronunciation, or which skills like listening, speaking, reading, and writing are prioritized. Sorry, prioritized. I always made a mistake in this word. What is the role of the student's native language? Native language, it means your the mother tongue. Your first language. My first language is Arabic because I'm Egyptian, and my native language is Arabic. Okay, and also my first language is Arabic. And when we say and when we say second language or L2, it means the second language or the language you're learning. Okay, so how is the role of the student's native language, whether the student's first language is used for explanation, comparison, or scaffolding? Scaffolding, it means to make something more simple or to make something easy to help your students to understand something when you divide it into sections, into parts, and so on. How is evaluation accomplished? It means to look at how learning is measured through tests, informal assessments, or informal assessment, projects, participations, or skill demonstrations. Is there a formative assessment? Is it a is there a kind of diagnostic tests and so on? How does the teacher respond to students or to student errors? It means does the teacher correct the students directly, or does the teacher prevent the errors? Are the errors part of the learning process itself or not? So these 10 questions, we were going to answer them when we're studying any of the following methods. So now I just want you to read the scenario again, read again, and try to figure out the answers for these questions. And actually, you have 5 minutes from now. Okay? Just
Okay.
Have you finished, guys?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, so what are the goals of teachers who use the grammar translation method?
I believe to teach them the structure, they focus so much on grammar and the words, so they don't have any communicative goals. He just wants to teach them
Mhm.
the rules.
Yeah, the rules only or the rules and the vocabulary?
Yes, rules and vocabulary.
Yeah, okay. Do you all agree with her, guys? Guys, if you please, I want you just to turn on your microphones. Yeah, participate, guys. You have to participate. Tahnia, you can, yeah, and Usama, yeah, you can participate. Yeah, and Mustafa,
And I
Naj-
think to understand the
Najla.
passage as well, grammar, vocabulary, and to understand the passage as well.
So again, Tahnia, come again, please. Mhm.
I'm saying I'm just adding one more thing, like
Yeah.
grammar
Mhm.
and vocabulary, and to understand the passage as well. The
Mhm.
goal of the
You
teacher is to make them understand the passage as well.
understand the passage. Yeah. Okay. What
Okay,
are the rules?
I have something to add. I feel like that in GTM,
Mhm.
teacher doesn't care about understanding. They just want to get done with the work. Like if you know the vocab, if you know the grammar, it's okay. You don't need
Mhm.
to understand anything. Like
Mhm.
when you go for understanding, you choose another method of teaching. Like you
Mhm.
ask your
Yeah,
students to
yes.
participate.
Yes, ya Farah, but let me tell you that now we're talking about the GTM or the grammar translation method. So here, the goal, as Alat said, that the goal is to teach grammar and vocabulary. Just he tries to help them to memorize the new vocabulary and understand the grammatical rule. And what is the role of the teacher here? What is the role of the student?
The teacher is the controller, like he is the main source of information,
Mm.
and the students are passive recipients. They are passive. They
Passive
don't
learner.
they receive the information.
Mm-hmm. And what are some characteristics of the teaching learning process? So if you want to understand, I can just go back in what are some characteristics of the teaching learning process. Just you can think about these. What are the activities, materials, approaches, and so on.
Okay,
Her
regarding
speaking
okay.
skill,
Mm.
Yes, here you are.
her speaking skill.
Yeah, okay. Did they have any speaking skills?
No,
Okay, so number four, how are the feelings of the students dealt with? And when we say the feelings, so you can think about it, how the method or teacher addresses emotions like motivations, anxiety, confidence.
I
Did
think the teacher didn't care
yeah,
much about this.
about their feelings. Okay, did he encourage them?
No,
Yeah,
there's no mentoring, I think.
No, he
here
didn't. Did
it's
he
not
play
mentioned.
some music?
No,
No,
Okay, so do you think that the students' feelings are important for the teacher or not?
no, they are
Yes.
no,
not.
Okay.
not important.
Yes, okay. How is the language viewed? And when we say how is language viewed, this is
As a set of
Mhm.
Set of
grammatical
rules.
rules.
Okay. So this is the answers. Okay. So what are the goals of the teachers or of the teachers who use the grammar translation method to enable students just to read, understand the literature, and also the grammar rules and the vocabulary. Okay. And here we have what is the role of the teacher. You can check your answers. The teacher is the authority. So well done, Ala. And the students follow the teachers lead. So they don't have any choices. They have to follow the teacher in the grammar translation method. What are some characteristics of the teaching learning process? Focus on only translation, exercises, deductive grammar teaching, rules first, then examples, then practice, and so on. Emphasis on memorization, so grammar rules, like grammar rules and the vocabulary, so they have to memorize. And use of literary texts. So the literary text is the medium through which the teacher teach his or her students. What is the nature of a student-teacher interaction and the student-student interaction? Interaction is mostly teacher to students, so he always gives them the instructions, lead them, direct them, and so on. And there is little student-student interaction and minimal student initiation. So they cannot start a conversation or just think about the conversation. How are the feeling of the students dealt with? As Ala said, no specific principles, but the teacher neglected the students' feelings. Okay, and how is the language viewed? How is the culture viewed? Here, language is seen as system of rules. So this is the view of the language. The teachers in this method think that the language, to help the students to acquire the language, you have to explain the rules for them and help them to memorize the vocabulary. What areas of language are emphasized? As we said, vocabulary and grammar, reading and writing, but very little attention, and there is no attention for speaking, listening, and pronunciation. And what is the role of the student's native language? In this method, they only use the native language. It means if I am a teacher and I live in Egypt, when I use this method, I'm going to explain in Arabic, not in English. How is evaluation accomplished? Here they translate, the teacher gave them translation, exercises, grammar rules application, and cultural questions related to the literature. How does the teacher respond to the student's error? As we saw in the scenario, the teacher corrected the students directly. So who can just summarize the principles of the grammar translation method? Yes, go ahead. I just want to hear you.
Okay.
Yes.
So in this method, the teacher basically views language as set of grammatical rules.
Yes.
They focus on the receptive skills like reading and writing. They don't focus on productive skills, especially speaking.
Yeah, great.
The pair work and the group work is minimized, and most of the
There is
time the
no
interaction
failure.
is from
There is
teacher
no
to
failure.
students.
Yes.
And may I?
Yes,
Yes,
of
okay.
course.
Thank you, Ala, just to give them the chance to answer, mashallah.
Most one.
And everything is translated in native language.
Yeah, they use the native language. Who can add, guys? Aya Najm, Usama, Miss Samah.
And if a student makes any error, the teacher corrects it directly. There is no productivity, and there
Yes.
are rules set, so they just need to follow the rules written on the blackboard or whiteboard.
Yes, I want to hear Mr. Ahmed Yassin. Can you add something, guys? Okay, so good. So let's go to a different part. Here we have the direct method. And the direct method emerged in the 19th century, and they aimed to just replicate the first language acquisition, okay? And this method rejected the translation. So this method came as a reaction to the first method, which is grammar translation method. And to understand this method, we can just read this scenario again. And I want you just to write true or false. So read these principles, read the scenario first, and read the principles, and decide which one of these is correct and which one is incorrect. And from now, you have only 3 minutes. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, great. Guys, if you please, I want everyone to participate. You have to answer. You have to participate. Okay, guys, have you finished?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so let me first ask you some questions before asking you about the principles. Did the teacher in this method used texts or asked the students to read or write anything?
No.
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 Osama, if you please don't annotate on my screen. No, he didn't. Okay. Did they use their first language or their native language or not?
No.
No.
Not.
Okay. Are there any speaking or listening tasks?
Yes.
Both.
Yes.
Okay. Did the teacher explain directly the grammatical rule or not?
No.
Not.
No.
Okay. So he didn't. And okay, for when it comes to the introducing the new vocabulary, did he use the equivalent words or the equivalent meaning? Did they
No,
translate or not?
no, no.
She brings pictures, objects, and gestures.
Yeah,
She taught
okay.
through.
So which of these principles are correct and which are not correct? Osama, if you please, ya Osama, don't write on my screen, ya Osama. What about the first one? Second language learning should mirror first language acquisition.
Correct.
True.
But, okay, why is it correct?
Because
False. Because
Second,
they knew okay.
mhm.
She is showing them the pictures, images, and they knew in the first language. That is why it is easier for them to learn those words in the target language.
Yeah, so they used the target language itself, and the teacher believed that the teacher to acquire the language, they have to use it. And number two, direct association between forms and meanings is not essential.
False.
True or false?
true.
False.
Direct association between forms, it means the words or the written words, and
Ah,
a meaning. Is it essential or not? So in
It's false.
introducing the new vocabulary, the teacher here used pictures, objects, and gestures. Okay, so he tried to make a connection between the objects and the pictures and the form of the word itself. And the pictures, the objects, and the gestures will give the meaning. So, for example, he hold the picture of a cup and said, "It's a cup." Okay. And he
so it's
showed the
false.
picture of the cup and said, "It's a cup." So introduced the new vocabulary using the picture. So the association or the direct association between forms and meaning is essential. A monolingual classroom fosters emergent and natural learning. What does it mean, monolingual classroom?
Like they use
She's
one
talking in
language.
English, one
Yeah,
language.
yeah, yeah. And here, is it true or false?
True.
Yeah,
True.
it's a true principle. And number four, learners induce rules, okay, through deductive learning.
False.
Through
False.
deductive, and what is the opposite of deductive?
Inductive.
Inductive. What does it mean, inductive? If you're a teacher and you're going to teach your students a grammatical rule using the inductive way, what are you going to do?
We are giving them example, and through example, they are going to drive the rule.
Exactly. So this is the inductive way, just to write the examples and ask your students to understand or to, and then elicit the grammatical rule from your students. So this is
Yes.
the inductive way. So here we have the word induce, and here we have the word deductive. So this sentence is not correct, as you said. Speaking and listening develop first, following natural acquisition order.
True.
True.
True, yeah. Okay, and number six, interaction and spontaneous production develop communicative ability or
True.
communicative. Okay.
Yes. True.
Okay, so let's check your answers. Mashallah, you understood the method and here, second language learning. So you can check your answers.
Yes, all correct.
Mhm. Did you get most of them correct?
Yes.
All correct.
Yeah. So here, in number four, which word should be changed?
Learn and use.
Yeah.
Inductive.
Yeah. Deductive should be inductive. And here, direct association between forms and meaning
Is essential.
Is essential.
is essential. And in the same way, here we have the scenario again, and I want you just to have 3 minutes. Okay, thank you. Read the scenario again and try to answer these questions. Okay, you have 3 minutes from now. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. We're going to work inshallah in groups, but because this is the second session, and I don't know most of your names. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, guys, have you finished? Have you finished, guys? Hello?
Yes.
Yes, I want to hear different people. So, Mustafa, can you answer? Miss Dua? Muhammad? Yes.
Yes, doctor, I'm here.
Yes. Okay. Have you finished?
I can
Yeah. What is the answer for question number one? What are the goals of teachers who use the direct
came as a
method?
reaction to the grammar translation method that we have just mentioned,
Mhm.
and it came to focus on the language itself and how the students will be immersed and involved with wholly in the language through
Mhm.
listening and speaking.
Yes. Okay. So, if you are a teacher and you're using this method, what's your major aim? To help the students communicate, to help students to translate, or what your aim will be?
Communicate.
My first primary goal is to let the students to communicate in English in an environment purely handled in English through listening and speaking.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. And what is the role of the teacher and what is the role of the student? Who can answer this question? Let's see.
Teacher role is as a facilitator and students are active learner.
Yeah, so this is the role of the teacher, right? And let's hear a different one. Guys, I see that someone is called Samsung, A2, and can you change your name? Can you just use your real name? Okay, and SZ. Minna, okay, Minna, and Muhammad Hassan. Guys, if you please help me, and you have to participate, guys. No way, you have to participate. What is the role of the teacher? Okay, what is the role of the student? Miss Minna? Can you unmute yourself? Okay, Miss Samah.
Hello. Okay,
Yeah.
hello.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, it's good to hear you. What is the role of the students here?
I'm just joining, so give me some moments to read and I will participate, okay?
Okay, no worries. We can choose a different.
Thank you.
Osama? Osama, you have to participate, yeah, Osama. This is how, yeah, you have to do the same with, as I'm doing right now with your students. You have to encourage them to participate and to answer, okay? Don't neglect your students. Yeah, Osama.
I think I would like to answer that. The role.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead. Okay, what are some characteristics?
Okay, so
Yeah. Answer any question you want. No worries. Go ahead, ya Farah.
Yes, the role of the teacher is facilitator, and the role of the student, they are active learner. They are participating.
Yes, they participate. Okay. What are some characteristics of the teaching learning process? How the teacher explained the grammar? Did he explain it
She brings realia in the
inductively?
classroom. She is using first language. She brings realia in the classroom.
Yeah.
Like she is showing pictures, objects, realia, real things. And she is teaching through gesture. She is not using native language.
Yes, great. And what is the nature of the student-teacher interaction and the student-student interaction?
Student to teacher and student to teacher, because they are not interacting with each other. They are just listening to the teacher and they are responding to the teacher. They are not talking with each other. So student teacher interaction, only one pattern is there. Student teacher pattern.
But here they had speaking or speaking tasks.
They are okay, the lesson focusing,
Mhm.
but they are not communicating with each other. They are directly giving answer to teacher.
Yeah,
Interaction pattern
but can you read this part? The lesson focuses entirely on
entirely on
listening.
the lesson focuses entirely on listening, speaking, and pronunciation with no reading or writing. Like
Okay,
when
how
they are
are the
talking to the
feelings?
teacher, speaking is happening. When I'm talking to you, speaking is happening. But if I
Yeah,
talk to Ala, then student and student pattern will be there. I'm directly talking to you.
okay,
So
because it wasn't mentioned. It wasn't mentioned in the scenario.
yeah,
Okay, but so we have to check it. And how was the language viewed?
As a tool for communication, yes.
Yes.
It's not
Yeah.
a set for rules.
Yeah, exactly. And what is the rule of the student's native language? Did they
No
use their
use,
native
no
language?
use.
no, not at all.
Yeah.
No, they didn't. And okay, so let's check the answers here. And here, what are the goals of the teachers? Use direct method to develop oral communication skills as Ala, mashallah, said, in the target language, and also to enable learners to think and speak, directly in the foreign language. What is the role of the teacher? Here, the teacher primary model he is a model of the target language. He leads graded oral practice through questioning. He always asks the students question. What is the meaning of this? Can you give me the name of this picture? What does it mean? And so on. He manages the pace, sequence, and the flow of interaction between the teacher and the students, and vice versa. And he corrects errors immediately to prevent fossilization. Okay, and I'll explain this word later, inshallah. Fossilization. Okay, fossilization, it means not whatever you learn, whatever you repeat, whatever you study, you cannot correct the mistake you have. Okay, and students, they are active participants, as Ala said, in oral exchange, responded to questions, imitate correct models, build the vocabulary through observation and association, induce grammatical rules from examples rather than through explanation, as what happened in the grammar translation method. And here, what are some characteristics of teaching learning process? I think this question is a bit difficult, but you have to look at how the language itself was dealt with. Here, lessons conducted fully in the target language, use of everyday vocabulary and practical sentences, and here introduction of few content orally before reading or writing. And here the grammar taught inductively. So you can mention how the vocabulary or how the words or the new words were taught, and how was the grammatical rule was taught, and so on. Number 4, what is the nature of the student interaction? Teacher and student engaged in continuous oral interaction. So he always showed them the pictures and asked them about the meaning of the pictures, and asked them also to generate questions, to generate sentences. Okay, student interaction occurs within a structured oral practice. So when the teacher assigns some oral practices or speaking tasks between the students, they always interact and talk to each other. How are the feelings of the students dealt with? A positive atmosphere created through active participation, because it's the opposite of the grammatical translation method. There was no active participation, and here we have active participation and meaningful content. How is the language viewed? Best acquired through direct association with objects, actions and ideas. And here the grammar is underlying system discovered by learners through exposure. So they have to see the examples, read them, and then the teacher elicits from them the grammatical rule. What areas of language are emphasized here? The emphasis it was on speaking, listening, comprehension before reading and writing. The rule of the student's native language, it was not used from the very beginning of the lesson itself. So this is the difference between the grammar translation method and the direct method. Do you have any questions in this part?
No, thank you so much.
Thank you. Most welcome. Okay, and also here, how is the evaluation? You can read them. And we have a different method, which is audio-lingual method, ALM. And here, this is it was developed in the US, 1940s and 1960s, influenced by behaviorism and structural linguistics. And you know behaviorism, Yala, but they didn't study it with me in the previous session. Here, I want you just to watch this video. Okay, so take a screenshot Okay. I'm going to just send you this part. Okay, so you can take a screenshot and watch this video and answer these questions. Okay, so you have 5 minutes to read the questions first before watching the video. What is the method we're going to study right now?
Audiolingual method.
Yeah, audiolingual method, ALM. Did you take a screenshot?
Yes.
Okay, great. So let's go to the video. The audiolingual method is an oral-based approach. Okay, just a moment. And substitution exercises. No, I wanted to start from this. Today I'm going to give you a dialogue and read it, and I want you to listen to me very carefully, okay? And note it, please. Now, guys, do you have the questions or not? Okay, the questions are in the chat box right now. I sent them. So download the questions, watch the video, and try to answer these questions. I just wanted to give you the a different scenario or the scenario in a different way. We have two people walking along the sidewalk in the town, and they know each other. And if they stop to talk, okay? Now listen to me. Hello, Bill. Hello, Liz. How are you? Fine, thanks. And you? Fine. Where are you going? I am going to the post office. Okay? Listen again. Hi, Bill. Hi, Liz. How are you? Fine, thanks. And you? Fine. Where are you going? I am going to the post office. Now we will repeat it again. We will repeat together. But now I want you to stumble at the line, I am going to the post office, okay? You are the students, okay? So, okay. Now repeat after me. Hello, Bill. Hello, Bill. Hello, Liz. Hello, Liz. How are you? Fine, thanks. And you? Fine, thanks. And you? Where are you going? I'm fine. Where are you going? I'm fine. I am going to the post office. I am going to the post office. So stop here. Okay, repeat that. Post office. Post office. To the post office. Going to the post office. I am going to the post office. Okay, one more time, try it again. Hello, Bill. Hello, Bill. Hello, Liz. Liz. How are you? Fine, thanks. And you? Fine, thanks. And you? Fine. Where are you going? Fine. Where are you going? I am going to the post office. Going to the post office. Very good. Well done. Now I am Liz, and you are all Bill. Okay? Are you ready? Okay. So, hello, Bill. Hello, Liz. How are you? Fine, thanks. And you? Fine, thanks. And you? Fine. Where are you going? Very good. Okay. Now I'm Bill and you are Liz. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Start. Yeah. Hello, Bill. Hello, Bill. How are you? How are you? I'm fine. And you? Fine. Where are you going? Good. I am going to the post office. Okay, now, half of the class is Bill, and the other rest of the class is Liz. Okay, we start with the list. Hello, Bill. Hello, Bill. Hello, Liz. How are you? How are you? Okay, good. So now, what is the topic of the lesson? Who can answer? What is the topic? What was the lesson about? Okay,
I think it was
if
like
you'd
a
like
small.
if you'd like to answer, guys, you can raise your hand or unmute yourself and go ahead. Yes, ya Ala.
I think it was like how to talk to a friend, and I think there was an emphasis on where are you going? I am going to.
So what is
Daily
it?
communication skills.
Communication skill. Yeah.
Or present continuous, or like small talk, greeting.
Yeah. But what is it? It's we have two persons.
Dialogue.
Yeah, it's a dialogue between two persons. So this is the lesson. And how did she introduce the topic?
Through acting, she acted both. Like I think this was for children. This lesson was for like aimed for children.
No, it wasn't. They are adults.
Yeah, but in reality, can I do this with adults?
Yeah, but they are beginners. So
Okay.
yeah. And what
I
we
think, Doctor, I think the teacher just modeled the structures, and the learner were to repeat and reiterate the chunks until they mastered the sentence.
Yes, I agree with you. She modeled the dialogue. And what were the students doing while the teacher was explaining the lesson or demo it?
It's a double weapon method. It focuses on both listening and speaking at the same time.
Okay, did they read first or listen first?
They listened.
Listening, they were
Yes.
exposed to listening, the exposure to the
Yeah.
language itself, then they repeated.
So they listened first, right? Okay. And
Yes.
what did she ask the students to repeat? Why? Why did she ask the student to repeat the lines? What do you think?
To model the language itself from the
Yeah.
pure source, the teacher.
Yeah, she modeled the dialogue, okay? But the question here, why did she ask the students to repeat after her?
To avoid any mistakes, maybe from if they read, they make mistakes, but if they listen and repeat, they
Yes.
will yani imitate the teacher.
Yeah, and to memorize the lines, okay? Yeah, definitely, I agree with you. How did she respond to the errors? Did she neglect the errors or not?
No, give correction.
Yeah,
She
give
give
correction.
correction by repetition.
Direct correction on the spot.
Yes, how did she correct them?
By repeating it, like by saying it.
Immediate repetition, yes.
Yeah, exactly. So now we are saying the principles of this method. And how did she introduce the grammatical patterns? We didn't
Through
reach
the
this
In
point,
a
to be
dialogue.
honest with
context,
you.
Yes.
in a
Yeah,
context,
we did. Yeah, in
he
the
is
context, but she did it in the substitution drill. So if you'd like to see the entire lesson, so you can go back to it. But these are the questions I want you just to answer. Um, okay, and here, which of the following principles is incorrect to the audiolingual method? Can you read them? So you have 1 minute just to read these principles and decide which one is incorrect.
Which one is incorrect? Okay.
Incorrect. Only 1 minute.
done.
Yeah. Done.
First one is incorrect.
Number one.
First, number 1 is incorrect.
Number 1 is incorrect. Okay, so can you read number 1?
Writing prioritized, speaking is secondary.
And what is number 2? Language?
Language learned through drills and repetition.
Okay,
It is
so
true.
yeah, it's true. Yeah, exactly. So what happens in an audio-lingual method? Language learned through drills
Drills
and
and repetition.
repetition. And what else? Dialogues. Can you read the principles?
Dialogues and pattern practice central. Yes, true.
Yeah. Number 4.
Language viewed as habit formation. Yes,
Yeah,
true.
so they have to repeat. Yeah. So it's a habit formation. And number 5, errors.
Error prevented and corrected immediately. Yes.
Yeah, she did that. Okay, and number 6.
Teacher controls spacing, modeling, and correction. Yes.
Yeah, and also she divided them into 2 parts, okay, 2 groups, and they asked the first group to say a part of the dialogue or the conversation, and the other group to say the second part. Okay, so these are the principles of the audio-lingual method, and as you said that the first one is incorrect. So writing prioritized and speaking is secondary, but actually it is not correct. Speaking is prioritized and writing, reading was were neglected. And here language learned through drills and repetition. Dialogues and pattern is practice central. Language viewed as habit formation. Errors prevented and corrected immediately, as the teacher did. And the teacher controls pacing, modeling, and correction. Okay, so let's go to what are we going to discuss now?
Mr. Walid, I have a question about this method.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
so in this method, we don't care at all about the meaning. Like, we don't teach them the meaning of the target language. We just focus on drilling and pronunciation, and that's it.
No, we do that. We just in this method, the teacher after that is going to show them different cards like this. Let's go back and here. Would you like to watch the entire video? Yeah, I
No,
recommend it.
there is no
Yeah,
need. We can watch it after the session. I just want to
yeah,
know, like, this
because
piece of information.
yeah. No, in this method, the teacher will show the students cards or flashcards and ask them to replace some words like the places in the dialogue and use the new items. For example, they are going to replace the word post office with, for example, the hospital. Okay, but some students will don't know the meaning of the word hospital or the yes. So they are going she's going to elicit the answers from the students and then ask them to use the word hospital instead of the word post office. It will be
Okay.
it will happen in the substitution drill.
Okay.
Okay. So in this method, it's a good question. The teacher uses the cards instead of giving them the direct translation of the word. Great. And here, what are the goals of the teachers who use the audiolingual method? And what is the role of the teacher? What is the role of the students? Who can answer? What are the goals of the teachers who use the audiolingual method? There is no need just to see the scenario again. If you would like to see the video again, it's okay. If you are a teacher and you're using the audiolingual method, what your goals will be?
I think to help my students produce correct language,
Yes,
correct pronunciation.
and also to communicate. Okay.
Communicate and to improve their pronunciation as well.
Yes, exactly. What is the role of the teacher?
He's the model.
Excellent.
Yes.
And what else? He acts like an orchestra, you know? And what is the role of the students? They imitate the teacher.
Yes.
What are some characteristics of the teaching and learning process?
Focusing a lot on repetition and
Yeah.
drilling.
Yes, okay. And what about the grammar? Did the teacher explain any grammatical
Inductive method. It is grammar is taught through inductive method.
Yes.
I think it through memorization.
Yes, but here we're talking about the grammar and vocabulary. Okay. Okay, so here, what are the goals of the teacher who use the audiolingual method? Here, to develop accurate and automatic control of the target languages, a basic structure. So they have to repeat, they have to memorize the lines, okay? And also to form habits of correct pronunciation, as you said, grammar and pattern use, and to build oral proficiency. What does it mean, oral proficiency?
See, we are not writing anything, so we are doing everything while repeating orally.
Yeah, it means, in other words, to speak fluently.
To
Okay.
improve their speaking fluency.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. And what is the role of the teacher and what is the role of the students here? The teacher here provides a perfect model, okay, and it directs drilling, controls tempo, and ensure accurate responses, and also gives immediate reinforcement, positive or corrective, and also manages lesson sequencing and prevent errors. Functions as the central authority because he always directs the students. Okay, he divided them, he modeled the dialogue, and so on. And the student's role here, listener, listens and imitates, as you said also, and repeats language pattern, is responds quickly and accurately to the teacher or to teacher cues, practice dialogues and drills, and memorized sequences. Okay, accepts correction and avoids guessing or creative production. Okay, and here what are some characteristics of the teaching learning process? Here, lessons begin with dialogue, presentation. So teachers who use the and as a teacher, you can in a lesson you can use the direct method, and in a different lesson you can use the audiolingual method. Okay, so you can use, but don't use the grammar translation method. Lessons begin with dialogue presentation or model sentences, and the students practice pattern is through mechanical. Mechanical, it means just to repeat without any changes in the sentences or in the lines. This is mechanical. Meaningful, it means just meaningful, and substitution, it means to change the items, as I said earlier, to change the word or replace the word post office with the word hospital or anything else. And communicative drills, like when the teacher divided the students into two parts and asked the first group to start, then the second group to respond, and so on. And here we have choral repetition. They repeated after the teacher. Pronunciation, stress, and intonation. She illustrated the pronunciation and the correct pronunciation, stress, and intonation. Reading and writing appear only after oral mastery. If we watch this, or if you watch the entire video, you will find that the teacher gave them reading and writing a task, but it was after the lesson. Okay, so listening, speaking first, and then comes reading and writing. Correct responses receive positive reinforcement. Errors receive immediate correction. We mentioned this part. And here we have the silent way. A quick hint to understand the silent way: if you're a teacher and you're using this way or this method in general, you will be silent. So the silent way, or in the silent way, the teacher is silent. How can I be silent? And how can I teach my students? So the silent way, developed by Caleb Catigno, okay, don't forget this name, and learning through discovery and problem solving. Okay. And to understand would you like to read the scenario? I just want you just to read the scenario, and then we're going to watch the video because it's a bit complicated method, and I want you not to get confused. So first, read the scenario below and indicate whether each of the following principles is true or false. And here now you have 3 minutes from now to just read the scenario as we did before and decide which of these principles is correct and which is not correct. Are you ready? Ahmed
Yes.
Yassin, Mr. Ahmed
Yes.
Yassin, you have to participate, everyone, guys, Mr. Osama, Miss Samah, and everyone, guys, you have to participate, if you please. Okay, so go ahead. You have only 3 minutes to read the scenario and decide on the principles.
Done.
Okay, just we have to wait another 1 minute. Have you finished, guys?
Yes, Mr. Walid.
Okay, before I elicit your answers, I just want you to watch a part of this video because when you watch this video, you will understand all the principles. The silent way, the myth. Okay, this is my voice. Teaching languages. The WASC. Thank you. Okay, yeah, we can listen to the introduction. No worries. The audiolingual method didn't help students use the language in real life. A language expert Naomi Chomsky said that people don't learn language by repeating habits, but by thinking and understanding rules. This idea led teachers to focus more on how students think and learn. This new way of thinking was called the cognitive code approach. It encouraged students to figure out the rules of a language by trying things out. And making mistakes was okay because it showed they were learning. Caleb Catigno created the silent way based on similar ideas. He believed that the teacher should guide learning, not control it. And the students should use their own minds, like their thinking, imagination, and creativity to learn. He was inspired by how children learn to speak naturally, and believed that the students learn best when they discover things by themselves. You can read this part, guys. Okay, so here, in a beginner English class, the teacher stands beside a color-coded field chart. So he used a chart and points to several colors. Students pronounce the sounds while the teacher remains mostly silent. He didn't speak, guys. Okay, so let's turn on my camera. Okay, so here, learning is facilitated through creative discovery, not repetition. Do you agree or not?
Yes.
Do you all agree, guys? حبايبي, you have to participate. أحمد ياسين, شارك لو سمحت.
Yes, mister, I would like to ask a question, please.
Yes, here, go ahead.
Yes, how would the students get something they have no reference for before? They have nothing to know about before. How would they pronounce blue or red or brown without knowing it before?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, it's a good question. But to help your students know something new for them, you have to start from something you have already known. So in this method, the teacher, as you noted in this video, he started by revising the English sounds because they already know the English sounds. And as a teacher, you can do the same. For example, if you're going to teach your students about the animals or something like this, you can start using pictures of the animals they already know. Okay?
And if they gave مثلا the correct pronunciation or the incorrect pronunciation, how would I stay silent?
You would just, yeah, but not all the, not, you will not be silent all the session or most of the session. Okay, so if they struggle in a part, okay, I'll send you this video of you. If they struggle in pronouncing or in saying any words or in the pronunciation of a word, the teacher will model it to the students. But
Okay,
he
okay, I
has
got
to,
it.
yeah, but he has to elicit them and help them to discover the correct answer, to say the word, to listen to the word, because in some lessons, the teacher will play records to help them listen to the language itself or listen to the target language. But he will not speak, he will not talk. He just
Mostly of the time he wouldn't speak, but at certain times I think that he would need to do that.
Yes, Mr. Ahmed, yeah, exactly.
Yes,
But you
thanks.
can ask me a different question. What about the meaning if they didn't get the meaning of a word? He can
Yes,
use their he can use their native language if he needs to do this.
I think we
But
can use this method when we are going to revise a concept. If we are going to give a new concept, I think it's very difficult to remain silent in the classroom and let them do whatever they want to do.
yes, but yani, to be honest with you, we're not here just to only to criticize the method. I'm just explaining what happens in the method and what are the principles. And that's it. And try to help you to understand and figure out the principles of the method itself. I don't ask you to use this method in your classroom. You can use it or not, but this is the method.
Yes, I got it. Yes.
Yeah. And here, so learning is facilitated through creative discovery, not repetition, as what was going on in the audiolingual method. They had to repeat everything, every line. They have to memorize it. Do you agree or not?
Yes, number one is true, I think.
Yeah. And learning is aided by visual, physical mediators.
Yes,
Mhm.
true
Learning,
also.
yeah, learning improves through problem solving and cognitive depth. They have to think.
Yes, it's true.
Yes,
Silence increases concentration, alertness, and memory.
Yes.
Yeah,
true.
and it gives the students time to think, to work on their own. Associative mediation enhances retention and recall retention. It means not to
Yes.
forget
Previous knowledge.
something. Yeah, and to use it correctly. Learners develop independence, autonomy, and inner criteria.
True.
Yes, true.
Grammar is taught deductively.
Wrong.
False.
He explained the grammar.
False.
It wasn't mentioned, but here it was mentioned. Okay, so here, if you read this, you will find the answer for this question. Okay, good. So let's just check your answers. All of them are correct, except the last one here. So learning is facilitated through creative discovery. So, and all the principles, and these are all the principles of the silent way. Now we have the 10 most important questions. What are the goals of teachers who use the silent way? What is the rule? So take a screenshot, if you please. And also I'll do it. Now it's in the chat box, so you can use it. Okay, now I want you to reread the scenario and answer the 10 questions. Okay, and you have 3 minutes from now. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
Mr.
Thank you very much. Okay, have you finished, guys?
Yes.
Let's go back to the 10 questions. What are the goals of teachers who use the silent way?
I think to encourage autonomy, self-study, self-independence, and also to help students depend on their prior knowledge when it comes to learning.
Did you go to ChatGPT?
Wallahi, no.
Okay, do you agree with her, guys?
Very
Yes.
true.
Okay, and what is the role of the teacher?
I think the teacher in this method is a guy on the side.
Yeah,
He
it
kept
was.
his
She's a
interference to the minimum.
motivator.
Yeah,
She is
motivator.
a motivator. She's very active. Though she's not talking, but she is monitoring everything minutely. She is asking them or prompting them
Mhm.
to correct themselves.
Encourages them. Yes, Mr. Ahmed, do you have additional points?
Yes, I think that the teacher in this method keeps his interference to the minimum. He's just a guide on the side.
Yeah.
He
What
just
what
keep
is the
watching and
yes, Mr. Ahmed. Yeah, exactly. What is the role of the students, Mr. Ahmed?
the students take hold of the most of the learning process. They are educating themselves by themselves
Yeah.
and just taking some hints from the teacher.
Mm-hmm. Did they discover the language or not?
Sure, they discover the language.
They are
On
taking the
some,
responsibility of learning.
Yes, Miss Farah. Just and number three, what are some characteristics of teaching, of the teaching and learning process? Did the teacher in this way, or do you think that the teacher in this way will explain the grammar directly? Is going to write the rules
No,
in the board, or let the students discover it?
I think the students will discover it.
Discover it from using the sentences. Okay, do you think that they are going to or the teacher is going to um, say the sentences or elicit the sentences from the students?
No.
Illicit.
Elicit.
I think it would listen.
Okay, in the previous scenario, did the teacher use objects or not?
Yes,
He used
the
objects.
colored
Yeah,
Roads.
yeah,
yeah.
he used, yeah, good. What is the nature of the student-teacher interaction? And what is the nature of a student-student interaction? Did they interact or not?
Student
Sure,
interact
it
with each other.
depends on the
Yeah, I told you first that this method is a bit difficult. So how are the feelings of the students dealt with?
And there is more student-student interaction than student-teacher interaction.
Okay, were they motivated or not?
Yes, motivated.
Yeah, they were motivated. Exactly. Okay, so we can check the answers for the whole 10 questions. And here, what are the goals? These are the goals, yeah, to help learners become independent, autonomous, and responsible users of the language, as you said, yeah, Ala, to develop learners' awareness. Okay, and what is the role of the teacher? Here, he is a facilitator, guide, and the source, and the students active problem solvers. And some characteristics of the teaching: teacher provides minimal models, learners do most of the talking, and here we have extensive use of Kuznets or the rods and color-coded charts. As we saw in the scenario, he used the color coded charts. And here, activities progress from guided to free or freer. Silence is used strategically. It means to push, just to push students to produce the language and to think about it. The nature of student-student interaction and student-teacher interaction. The teacher always guided the students or the learners, and the learner is the center of the learning process itself. Here we have how are the feelings of the students dealt with. The method encourages confidence, okay, through successful self-discovery. And they were motivated. How is the language viewed? A system of relationships, patterns, and rules to be discovered. So the students have to discover the rule. What areas of language are emphasized here? A strong focus on pronunciation, structure, and functional vocabulary. I don't want you to memorize all these, the questions and the answers. I just want you to understand what is going on in each method, how the lesson starts, what does the teacher do, and what do the students do, and so on, how the grammar is taught, how the vocabulary or the new words are present to the students. How is evaluation accomplished? Evaluation is continuous and based on learners' ability to self-correct. And here, a crucial point, which is the errors, uses cues and gestures, facial expressions, pointing to guide students to correct themselves. So the teacher didn't correct the students' mistakes or errors. Yes, so this is everything about the silent way. I'll share with you the link. Just a moment. I'm sorry because there are about 11 method in English, and I have to explain all of them. Okay. ليه كده؟ Now it's in the chat box. I sent it. So you can go back to it again. Okay, and now we have content-based instruction. And when we say instruction, it means learning, okay? So content-based instruction, the acronym is CBI, okay? And content and language integrated learning, which is CLIL, okay? Here is an overview, language learned through subject content. So the teacher should help the students to learn or to acquire the language and use it using a topic. It can be it can be a topic from a science book, from a history book, and so on, and used in academic and bilingual contexts. So if you are a teacher and you're using this method, you have to provide your students with a lesson. It can be a lesson from a science book or, as I said, a history book, and ask them or help them to discover the language and to use it. And here is a scenario. It will be the last method today because I think that it's late now. So I just want you to read the scenario below and indicate whether each of the following principles is correct or incorrect. So this is the scenario. What happens inside the classroom if you're a teacher and you're using content-based instruction, content-based learning, content-based instruction, okay? And content and language integrated learning, okay? So now you have 5 minutes. I'll be generous with you to read the scenario and decide which of these principles correct and which is not correct. Are you ready?
Yes, sure. I'm gonna
Yes.
read.
And to be honest with you, this is how you should teach your students. Don't read everything and answer the questions and explain. Did I explain anything by myself from the beginning?
No.
No. You discovered the language. I only helped you arrange the session or the class. I elicited most of the questions from you, declared or showed the differences between some terms, okay? And also, what did I do in this lesson? Just to be before you answer these questions.
You
You are
insisted on
motivating
participation.
us.
Yes, I motivated you.
You
But
checked
in the
if we have any prior knowledge by sending a test or like a quiz to see what we already know.
أنا بدأت أخاف منك يا آلاء. Thank you, آلاء.
Most welcome.
Yeah, mashallah. I gave you first a diagnostic test, just to measure how much knowledge do you have, and then I just introduced the first part of the session or in the lesson, and what else? You worked on the lesson and answered the questions. You read, not me. You explained, not me, and so on. So this is what you should do with your students, whatever you teach them online or on site. Okay.
Yeah, the lesson is very interactive. We are not getting bored. Though we
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah. Okay. So now you have 5 minutes from now, just to, as I said, to read the scenario and decide which principles is correct and which one is incorrect. Okay, guys. So now we are going to work in groups. I'm going to assign all of you to one group. So you have to join the groups to share your answers and discuss these principles. Okay? So join now. Miss Samah, Mr. Mustafa, you have to join the group. Miss Samah, yes, okay. SZ, you have to join the group. Great. Miss Samah, if you please join the group. Miss, Miss Samah, if you please, can you join the group?
Excuse me, I can't for the time being. I'm just listening for the lecture, and alhamdulillah, I understand everything. And I'm very sorry for not participating, but my kids are still, I will not.
No worries, we all have kids, so you can.
I know, but actually, I'm listening. I cannot concentrate very well. Actually, alhamdulillah, I understand everything you say. It's only a matter of,
Yeah, okay, I understood. But can you join the group just to participate with your colleagues, or there is no need to speak, but you can join the group to listen to them if you want.
Allah's okay, no problem. Send me the.
Yeah,
Yes.
I sent it, but it's okay. I'll send it again.
I clicked not now, but so it's disappeared.
Yeah, okay, let's just you're assigned to join room 1.
No more. Okay. From here.
No, room 2, sorry.
Room 2. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, join. Okay, great. How did you find the task?
Interesting.
Okay, great. Thank you. So
Fruitful.
here, the first one, language learning occurs only through memorizing grammar rules, not meaningful subject
True.
matters.
False.
Say
False.
false.
Oh,
So,
False.
sorry.
so the
Sorry.
subject, okay, so the topic and the subject matter should be meaningful, just to understand or to participate. Okay, so the first one is false, as you said. Reading, writing, listening, and speaking are integrated and taught together. Do you agree or
This one
not?
is true.
Yes.
True.
True.
Okay, what about number 5? Teacher never
It's
adjusted their input.
it's false.
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 Yeah, okay. What does it mean? What's the meaning of a scaffolding?
I was just
Help,
going to ask you this question.
support,
Making some kind
support
of
when it is
bridge,
needed.
Yeah,
bridge
okay.
between the prior knowledge and the matter
No,
in hand.
scaffolding mean support when it is needed.
Yes.
Simplifying.
Simplify. Yes, exactly. And to give yes, support if it's needed. And here learning is decontextualized.
False.
Mhm.
Decontextualize.
Why? Why
Yeah,
is it
it's
why is it
false.
false?
They
Because
mentioned
this learning process depends on a topic students learn or students have read about.
Good.
Context is important.
Agree with you. And the last one, corrective feedback and dialogic interaction reduces accuracy and understanding.
false also.
False.
False.
Yes. Okay. So these are the principles. Number 1, here language learning occurs only through memorizing grammar rules. This one is false, and this is the correct answer. Language learning occurs through meaningful subject matter. Okay. So we need a subject and a subject matter, and it should be meaningful, and it should be engaging. It should be you can say that it should attract the students, right? And reading, writing, listening, and speaking are integrated and taught together. Yes, because they speak, they listen, they read and write. Okay. So they do all the skills. And here, number 3, subject-specific vocabulary is not important for academic learning. It's not correct. Why? Because they need the vocabulary if they are studying a science lesson or history lesson. They need the vocabulary just to understand the text and interact and to use this target language in speaking. Okay, so subject specific vocabulary plays a central role in academic learning. And grammar is taught when necessary to convey content effectively. That's right. In this method, we don't provide the students with the grammatical rules directly, and teachers never adjusted their input or provide scaffolding. It's false, because teachers adapt input and they provide appropriate scaffolding. Okay, because the students always practice and use the language in different contexts like science, history. These are the examples I said them. I mentioned so many times. Learners develop autonomy and collaborate with others. Yes, and here this one is not correct, because learning is contextualized. It means that the language itself should be in an appropriate context. Activating prior knowledge or activating schemata does not support the learning process. No, it's false, because activating prior knowledge supported the learning process. So the teachers who use this method always activate the student's schemata or prior knowledge by, for example, giving them a short lead-in or lead-in, warm-up, and so on. Corrective feedback and dialogic interaction reduce accuracy and understanding. It's false, because corrective feedback, and dialogic interaction enhance accuracy and understanding. Yes, and this is everything about what is the name of this method? Content.
Content-based.
So when you see
Content-based.
based instruction and content and language integrated
Yeah.
learning. When you see this title, you have to memorize that the language should be in a content, in a context. Okay?
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, Safarid, when we will complete all these 11 methods, I would like to do that Google form again.
Yes. Okay. No worries, because yeah, I think they are very confusing. Yes, but I arranged them in this
It
way.
was at that time, but now I think I can do at least I can attempt all these fives very
Yeah,
well.
mashallah. I arranged them in this way just to help you to understand and memorize, and then because I struggled as you did in the past to understand all these methods, so because they are many. Okay, so I always got confused. Okay, so what is the difference between content based and the task based and the text based, and what are the differences between them? Okay. I hope this way helped you. So, and these are the questions. You can just now read the scenario again and answer these questions. And you have only 3 minutes to reread the scenario and try these questions. How much time do you have, guys?
3 minutes.
3 minutes. What are you going to do?
Read and answer these questions.
Read the paragraph and answer the questions.
But do you know why didn't I ask you these questions before? How much time do you have? What are you going to do? Why didn't I answer? I ask you these questions
Because
Or just
maybe it's late and
because
confirming your instruction.
yeah, I know that's a big that's make sure that you understand the task and the instructions of the task. But why didn't I ask you these questions in the beginning of the lesson?
Maybe
because
because
we
we were
were
active
active
at the
that
beginning.
time.
Yeah, because you're
Yeah, we
adult.
were active at the
Because
beginning.
yes, because you are adults, mashallah, and you're advanced learners. So if you teach advanced learners, there is no need to ask these silly questions. How much time do you have? What are you going to do? Okay, that's it. So you have 3 minutes to answer.
بالله يطلع
Okay, guys, so now you can join the breakout rooms just to check your answers and discuss the answers. So join now, please. Okay, guys, so what are the goals of the teachers using CBI, content-based instruction?
My team that the goal is to teach a content with the language
Mm.
and
So, which is important, the content or the language?
The
Integration.
language, of course. The
Uh-huh.
language is more important here than the language.
So, why did he use the content?
I think
Be,
uh,
be as a
I
frame,
think
as a frame of the language.
Content is provided in target language.
The
so
content.
Integration of both.
equal emphasis on both learning the subject and the foreign language. Dual focus.
No, I heard someone who said that it's a frame.
Yes, it's a frame of a language to be presented within the content.
Yeah, so do you mean that the content would be the medium,
What?
the medium? Yeah, medium.
Yes,
Yeah,
medium, yeah, excellent.
yeah, yeah, exactly. I agree with you. So, what are the goals of teachers using CBI? If you are a teacher and you want to use this method, what will be your goals?
I think to improve the second language acquisition.
All the methods is just to improve or to help the students to acquire the second language.
in this specifically in this way, using authentic content.
Yes. Yeah, but your goals just to help the students to communicate, to help the students understand the grammatical rules, to gain vocabulary, to use vocabulary, or
I can
Yeah.
say to
what
help
your
the
goals will
student.
be.
I can say to help the student to acquire the language totally. Okay,
Totally.
and his all skills at the same time.
Yes, okay, good. And here, what are some characteristics of the teaching, learning process? How did the teacher, how did the teacher provide the language? How did he help the students to acquire the language, to understand the rules and the new vocabulary. How did he do this? How did he provide the feedback?
Through contextualization.
Corrective feedback.
Okay, read here. Feedback is provided through questions and promise or corrections during tasks. And here the students read short texts. So they read first. And what is the first step did he do? What is the first step in the lesson?
He provided the pictures,
them with
visuals.
pictures, diagrams.
Yes, exactly. So why did he use the pictures, the diagrams, and realia?
To grasp the attention of the students.
No, I don't agree with you. Just look here. New vocabulary and sentences and the sentence frames are pre-taught. So he used the pictures, diagrams, realia, just to introduce the new vocabulary. Okay?
Yes,
So,
accessibility of language.
Yes. So in this point, you can say that vocabulary or the new words are taught using realia and pictures. And then read carefully the scenario and think about the grammatical rules here. Here, new vocabulary and sentence frames.
Sentence frames are pre-taught to help a student understand the content. Yes.
Yes, you can say that the grammatical rules are taught to help students understand the content. Okay, what is the nature of a student?
Then can we say that the main aim of the teacher to help the student understand the content?
Understand, okay. And when they understand the content, they can reflect on the content. And
yes, I am presenting the realia to help them to understand the content.
To understand, yes. Yeah, no, the realia to just understand or get the meaning of the new vocabulary. And
yes.
When they understand the meaning of the new vocabulary, they will understand the content. And when they understand the content, they can reflect on the content itself.
Yes.
Okay. How is the language viewed? The language can be provided through... Do you have any answers?
Yes, language is used as a tool to provide content.
The language is a tool to provide content, or the content is a tool to provide the language? Yes.
The content is the medium, yes.
Yes,
is the medium through which we can reach
target language is a tool to target language is a tool here to give content to the students.
No, Ya Farah. No, I'm sorry to say no, but the content is a medium to provide the target language. The content is a medium to help the students to acquire the language.
Yes, the content is a tool.
Yes.
The final target is a language.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, we are presenting a language, not a content. Yeah.
Yes, and yes. Okay, so we can check the answers here. What are the goals of the teachers using CBI or CLIL here to enable the students to learn the subject content through the target language, and here to develop learners the language skills in the meaning contexts. And what is the role of the teacher, the role of the students? Teacher adapt the content. So if you're a teacher and you want to use this method, you have to choose a suitable content, and you have to scaffold learning, coordinate with other teacher, or you can do it by yourself, and facilitate interaction between the students. And the students here actively participate, and they collaborate, interpret input, and engage with both content and language. Okay, so they are always active because they do most of the tasks. And what are some characteristics of the language and of teaching and learning process? Emphasis on content as the medium, as we said, for language learning. So they learn the language through the content. So
Yes.
yeah. So and from this concept, the title of the method came. It's content-based instruction, content-based learning.
Mr. Walid, I have a question here, please.
Yeah, here you are.
So what is the difference between this and text-based?
The text-based, you use the text, and the text itself can be in an English book, okay? Like, for example, face-to-face or anything.
Written content.
Yes, it's a language book, okay? This book to help the students to acquire the language, okay? So you will find the topics inside this book about the daily life, about general facts, and so on. But in the content-based instruction, you teach your students the language using the science book.
Science.
Yeah.
Or even a video.
Yes, I just said that just to help a lot to understand. Use the science book to help your students understand the language. Use the history book to help your students also use the language or acquire the language.
Okay.
But in the text-based, you use a text from a language book like Face-to-Face or American English File. Is it a history book or is it a science
Maybe
book?
it's not related to a specific subject. It's just
Yes.
yeah, okay. Okay,
Definitely. What are some characteristics of the teaching and learning? Here, emphasis in content, as we said, we discussed this one. What is the nature of student-teacher interaction? You can understand it from the scenario. Interaction is both teacher-student. The teacher guided the students, and so on. And how are the feelings of the students dealt with? Teacher provides scaffolding, support, and a safe environment for risk-taking. Learner autonomy and confidence are encouraged through meaningful engagement, okay? Because they do most of the tasks. How is the language viewed? Language is a tool for accessing content and academic knowledge. So the language also here is a tool, but it's the aim and the target, but we can use it as a tool to accessing content itself and focus on disciplinary discourse, whatever it's speaking, reading, because they talk about the content, about the subject, and they read about it. And here, what areas of language are emphasized here: subject specific vocabulary, academic discourse. Discourse, it means the words, the vocabulary, and communication skills. And here, emphasis on all 4 skills: reading, they read first, writing, they answer some questions, listen, and speak, or listening and speaking. CLIL also focuses on cognitive and intercultural skills. Cognitive, it means to think about the topic itself, read and think about the correct answers, or to answer WH questions, and so on. The role of the student's native language may be used strategically, but it's a minimal use to aid comprehension and scaffold learning, okay? Translating it. No, this point is not correct. How is evaluation accomplished? Through assessment or formative assessment, content knowledge. They have to answer the questions, as we said. And how does the teacher respond to students' errors. It's very important. Teachers here provide corrective feedback and support comprehension, okay? And emphasis on learning from errors within authentic content tasks. And here is a question. What does it mean, the word authentic, or the authentic texts?
Real text.
Reliable text.
It's real text. It's the texts or the topics which are designed for the native speakers, okay, of the target language. Okay, here we have a different method. It will be the last one, okay? And we will continue tomorrow. Do you have energy, or would you like to complete the lesson tomorrow?
We'll complete the lesson tomorrow.
I think we
Sorry?
had a very big load today.
Yeah, yes. Okay, so no worries. I'm going to send the PDF on the WhatsApp group, and I'm going to upload the session or the entire session to the LMS. The LMS is this is the platform.
The PDF includes the answers.
Again, please.
The PDF version includes the answers.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it includes all the answers.
So obliged.
And the video. I'm going to upload the video, the recording.
Thanks a lot.
For this session, but it will be on my LMS. So you have to register first to access the sessions or the previous sessions. Okay, just I want to stop the recording, not to make the session too long.